Today I'm gonna tell you guys about 5 things I learned after spending an entire month in Dubai as a 21-year-old. And this video is gonna be directed to 2 specific people. Number 1, if someone is planning to go and spend a month there, or someone who wants to move there full time, these are things you should focus on. And number 5 will shock you guys the most. So let's get into it. Number 1, do not fall for the Dubai hype. Now, what do I mean by not falling for the Dubai hype? You will go there and see glamorous lifestyles and people claiming to be at the top of their industries or whatever the case may be. Now, they may be at the top of their industries, but you will find a majority of 70 to 60%. Sorry, 60 to 70% of people that are living a life that claim to be glamorous, but deep down they're living a nightmare. Sounds cliche, but the reality is, because the lifestyle is so inflated there, you will see people spending their last dollar on things that they cannot afford. And I personally fell into that hype. I went to Dubai saying I'm gonna spend a budget of $5,000 to $8,000 the entire month, which is anywhere between 2 to 3x of what I normally spend as a student having my online business full time in Toronto, Canada. Yes, 2 to 3x of what I normally spend. That is the budget I set. But when I went there, I got caught up in the lifestyle. I'm like, wow, people have nice teeth there. They go get their teeth done. The convenience of ordering food to your house every single day. Wow, amazing. There's so many things. Because Dubai is such a convenient place, everything gets handed to you. But then you fall into the trap of, hey, I'm in Dubai. I can always make more. I can always do more. I can always do better. 1, 2, 3, 4. Until you reach a point where you are looking at your spending versus ROI from the spending, and you're noticing that, wow, the scale is so heavy. Not on the ROI side, no, on the spending side, and you're not getting enough ROI. And falling into that trap is what is gonna set you back so much further behind that you thought you can be. Now, some people are able to upkeep with that, but any normal human being will have shortcomings when it comes to that. Because in Dubai, you will never be the best, you will never be the richest, you will never have the best physique. There's always someone better. There's always someone richer. There's always someone driving a nicer car. There's always someone living a better life. And you know what? I do not like being in an environment like that. Not because of the competition and I cannot handle it. I think I handled it pretty well. But when you look at that, after 2 weeks, I noticed the first 2 weeks were up. I'm making more money than ever. I'm closing more deals than ever. My business is thriving. Then after 2 weeks, I started noticing a decline. When I first started and I noticed it early on, I was like, nah, this is temporary. Maybe just a couple bad days. Bad day turned into a bad 2 days, then 3 days, then 5 days, and then a week, then 2 weeks. And that's when I was like, okay, I'm gonna cut this short and I need to leave Dubai now. So I booked the first flight back because I knew if this kept happening, I will not be progressing. I will be deprogressing, if that's a term. I will be going backwards. I will become stagnant and may very well actually have a decline in my business and in my life. Number 2, the convenience is not worth the convenience. Now, what do I mean by that? A lot of people there, because everything is such a convenience, you will get lost into the fact that, hey, maybe I shouldn't cook. Maybe I should order food. One time turns into another time. Another time. Okay, perfect. Now you suddenly look at yourself. You're like, oh, I'm out of shape. But then the environment there, and I promise you guys this as someone who speaks Arabic, who visited every single area of Dubai and the Dubai neighboring cities, you will look at people and be like, huh, interesting. I don't actually need to be in shape because a lot of people are not in shape. They're living an amazing life. Once you fall into that trap, I promise you, it's just not going to go well from there. Number 3, renting cars in Dubai is probably one of the most common traps people fall in. You will go and rent a car, and you know what? Sometimes cars there will be extremely cheap to rent, no matter what it is. A Ferrari, a Cullinan, a Bugatti, whatever the case may be, they are actually not a lot of money to rent. But the stigma around it is these companies actually have certain things that they make you sign that you don't notice the fall or the shortcomings of until after. Most rental car companies will give you an insurance policy. That insurance policy will take 500 to 1,000 dirhams depending on the car from you. Now, you think like, wow, that's nothing. That's like $200-300 for insurance. That is nothing. But what you don't calculate and what they don't tell you is these, most of the time, no matter how good of a driver you are, get taken away immediately by speeding cameras. Not because there's anything wrong with speeding cameras. I think it's good because you have to abide by the traffic laws that the city or country has set, and that is fine. I'm talking about the rental car companies that actually put those things in place where you actually fall into that trap. And when you fall into that trap, suddenly you come out of it owing money, not, oh, like, this is amazing. Most of the time, that 500 to 1,000 dirhams actually gets taken away because you had 2 speeding tickets, and then maybe this, and then maybe something called for toll roads, and then blah, 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 and then you'll find yourself spending or paying back maybe anywhere between another 500 to 1,000 dirhams extra just for violations. Now, sometimes you have to grill them down. Like, is this really bad? Because they'll tell you it's yours, but you don't really know if it's yours or not. Now, this may be a taboo topic to talk about, and maybe I'm creating some enemies of rental car companies there, but it is what it is. That is the actual reality. They catch you with that. That's how they make majority of their money. And number 3, the beautiful, glamorous city doesn't always have the most glamorous, beautiful people. What I noticed there is people are extremely transactional. It is rare you meet someone that you can genuinely be friends with, especially if you're in downtown Dubai. Meet someone that you can become friends with that won't want something from you in return, which is completely fine if we put it into perspective. But because everything's so transactional, sometimes you wonder, they didn't ask for something now. What are they going to ask for later? Number 4, I don't have to tell you guys about this, but the dating scene, which is not something I experienced there, don't get me wrong. It's just I've heard stories about the dating scene there. And let's just say it's not pretty. I'll tell you guys this. God knows there's amazing people in Dubai. But if someone is vague about what they do for a living, most of the time, it's what you're thinking is what they do for a living. It is that simple, okay? It is that simple. And number 5, a lot of people would want to stay in downtown Dubai because they think Dubai is this massive city. Comparably, Dubai is pretty small. And getting an Uber to go to downtown Dubai is pretty cheap. A lot of people would want to rent a place inside of Dubai. But, truth be told, the further away you get from Dubai, the cheaper things get. Yes, the cheaper things get. Now, we're not here to talk about cheap, expensive, whatever the case may be. We're talking about the luxury of you staying in Dubai, and then maybe the luxury of you staying maybe 10-15 minutes outside of Dubai. If you want to go to get a hotel in scenario A, probably would be $200 an A. But in scenario B, for example, maybe you'll pay 200, 250 dirhams a night. You guys understand the huge difference is probably 2x. But because not a lot of people know that, they fall into that trap, which is again completely fine because the convenience is you're inside the Dubai city, everything is walking distance. But also, if you're staying there long term, it is not the best idea to stay in downtown Dubai because you'll realize things will drastically add up. Now, this is not, again, this is just my personal experience. I have been there multiple times, but this is the longest time I have actually spent time in Dubai. Stayed there for an entire month. I had an entire villa, and I'll tell you guys this. I had nothing but fun. It's the aftermath when I came back is when I started to realize, wow, this was really all me. This is what I did. Like, this is the crazy stuff I've been doing. wow. Then you look back at it and I'm like, huh, I don't even remember half the things I did because I got caught up in the lifestyle. And the last one was the most important because I promise you guys this, I'm not a travel guide or anything, but as someone who's been there multiple times, the best thing is to stay outside of Dubai city and then go there every single day if you would like. The Uber is all the same, by the way. It's always 50 to 60 dirhams, always 50 to 60 dirhams, it's just $20-$30 max to get to the city. But if you do the cost analysis, the cost benefit analysis, staying outside of Dubai will give you a lot more peace. Number two, it'll give you a lot more convenience. And number three, you will actually, how do I say it's you'll enjoy the fresh air a lot more than staying in downtown Dubai. God bless the city. God knows I'm gonna go back there again and again and again. But these are kind of 5 tips that I personally learned there that I will just avoid next time. Genuinely. So that brings us to the end of the video. I hope this was just full of value. If you're planning to go to Dubai for an entire month, these are things you should genuinely watch out for. Most of the time, getting an Uber is more cost efficient than renting a car. Number two, staying outside of Dubai is most likely your best option because you can always go to Dubai whenever you like. But you'll just have a much cost efficient lifestyle. Number three, do not get caught in the lifestyle and the hype of just doing everything. But guys, I fell into it. Look, I bought new teeth. I fell into it. Just do not fall into it because once you do it, it's fun. But after you're like, wow, I really did that. Number three, just like avoid dating life there. Not smart, not pretty. Not that I experienced it, but again, just the horror stories you hear there. It's bound to be a point you talk about. And number 5, and the most important one, I hope I didn't skip a point, which is genuinely like, go there, have fun, but limit yourself from the crash. Be self-aware of the fact that you may have shortcomings, and when you start to see a decline, whether in your health, your wealth, whatever the case may be, learn when to pull back. Because I've seen scenarios, I may have been blessed to notice it and have enough self-control to be like, yeah, I'm out of here. But some people fall into it, and then when they do fall into it, that's when they start getting in trouble. Avoid trouble in Dubai. Peace out.